Before I go to the gym, I'm doing this. That is crazy. That is wild. This cigarette right here, you can only find overseas because it's flavored. I think I got berry or some type of grape flavored cigarette. During my time in the Navy, I saw a few of these cigarettes, and you could only find them, as far as I know, in Asia. Parts like Vietnam, the Philippines, and Thailand, they have flavored cigarettes there. When I went to France, they didn't have flavored cigarettes. It was either actually, come to think of it, I don't think they even had menthol. Um, because having flavored cigarettes, including menthol, is pretty much promoting smoking. It's promoting cancer. So would we have that here? No. Even though there's ads and cigarette prices everywhere you go, you're still promoting cancer regardless. So giving us a flavored cigarette's not going to make a difference, But anyways, I was at work today a little bit before I ran into an old high school crush of mine, actually. This guy with this European accent. I want to say Polish, maybe Polish or some type of Ukrainian. And told him, I was like, hey, I noticed that you're smoking. Do you have extra cigarettes so I could, because I'm trying not to buy cigarettes. If I have a pack of cigarettes, I'm going to smoke it, which means that there's more cigarettes I'm consuming. But if I ask for a cigarette, no one's going to give me a whole entire pack. They're just going to give me one or maybe two if they're generous. And that's a maybe. So this guy was like, here, take one. And I was like, all right, bet. And I saw the two crushing symbols. They're kind of like Camel Crush. These are called Luckies. So I know Marlboro makes one too. They target people overseas, but here in the United States, they really can't because everyone has the rules. But I saw the two crush symbols and I was like, oh, this is probably the good cigarettes I'm going to smoke. So before I officially quit the habit, I at least want to have one last good one. I was going to quit a few days ago, probably a week ago, but things come up that become stressful. Next thing you know, I'm bumming a cigarette. But I think I could strongly feel this is probably my last day. Probably. I do have nicotine gum and I also have smoking patches, so maybe the pain of stopping won't be so heartbreaking. But anyways, though, he was like, yeah, take two. And I'm like, you know what? This is probably going to be the best and last cigarette I'll probably ever have in my life. Yep. There are times where I feel like investing into like Marlboro or Newport because, honestly, quitting smoking, that's something that's never going to go away. Unfortunately, it's bad for you, but it will never go away. I also thought about investing into Nike and Jordans because Listen, if you can't afford it, you know, at least make money off the inner city kids that want to look fly as fuck. On that note, let me finish a cigarette, take a dump, and attempt to work out because I got to do cardio. Oh my god, I crack myself up sometimes.